All right, pre-approvals. So what does that mean for me and how do I use a pre-approval? A pre-approval is an approval from the bank based on your financial position. It's not specific to any property. It is 100% about you and whether the bank is comfortable lending to you as the customer. After you get pre-approved, there's still a little bit more work to do down the track, but at this point it gives you some confidence that the bank is willing to lend to you at a particular level, so you can start looking around at properties within that budget and know that you're not wasting your time doing so. And so that means that there's a little bit less work required by you before you start looking around at property. And having a pre-approval just means that it gives you the benefit of knowing that you've got bank support before you start getting too heavily into the detail of other due diligence. Whereas if you didn't have pre-approval, you may need to do some of that in conjunction with trying to get finance. So having a pre-approval enables you to do less upfront. Having a pre-approval can also be really valuable in terms of making your offer. It can effectively mean that you can become a cash buyer, and that means you can turn up to auction and bid, but it also means that you can make offers on other properties without having finance as a condition and potentially no other conditions as well if you've done the due diligence in those areas before making the offer. So it just means that your offer could be a little bit more competitive than someone else who's offering exactly the same price point, and that gives you better chance of success with your offer. It's possible that you may not be eligible to get a pre-approval, and that can be because that particular lender is not accepting pre-approval applications for new customers at that time, or maybe because you're in the high LVR space. But that doesn't mean that you can't get an approval from that bank. It just means we will need to approach them with a live deal. And a live deal is generally when you've bought a property conditional on finance, or in some cases the bank will accept if you're trying to get ready for a particular auction. So that's not having bought the house, it's just trying to get to the auction room so you can put your hand up and bid. So if you're not eligible for a pre-approval, it just means that there's more work required by you up front to give yourself a chance to buy that property. If you're unable to get pre-approved, one of the benefits of working with a mortgage advisor like Hello Yellow is that we can help you establish a reasonably accurate borrowing capacity, so we can give you some confidence that you're not completely wasting your time and that you can carry on shopping around in that particular price range, so that if you do find a property where you can make a conditional offer on, you can go ahead and carry on making that offer and doing your other due diligence without completely wasting your time. So how long does a pre-approval typically last for? Most lenders will issue these for a period of 90 days from the issue date. It can be less, sometimes it can only be 60 days, but typically it's 90, and at the end of that 90 days, if your financial position's unchanged, we can confirm this with the bank and they will issue that for another 90 days. So that means you can do that without doing too much extra work. So you effectively get 6 months, best case, and so that gives you plenty of time once you've been approved to get out there, find that house, look around, but take your time and not rush into anything.